Okay, welcome grade 8s to your review test of everything you've learned from grade 7. This is basically a test designed to see how well did you learn what you're supposed to have learned last year. So question 1 starts off with a pretty easy true-false question. It says 0.595 or 595 thousandths is less than 15/25. Well, how am I going to compare these? This is decimals and fractions. Oh my gosh, these don't look anything alike. Well, the truth is that fractions and decimals are actually the same thing. They're just expressed in different forms. So what I have to do is I'm going to change everything to decimals because I like decimals. They're so much better. So I'm going to keep this one as this. And I'm going to figure out what is this as a decimal. Well, fortunately, when I look at 15/25, I see a denominator that I like. It's one of those denominators that can be transformed into an equivalent fraction that has a base 10 denominator, and a base 10 denominator is simply a 10 or a 100 or a 1,000. So I say, you know what, if I multiply this by 4 and this by 4, I know I'm creating an equivalent fraction because I know what equivalent fractions are. And an equivalent fraction to this would be 60 hundredths. Wonderful. Well, I got another fraction, but now, because the denominator is in base 10, I can read it and write it as a decimal. 60 hundredths is really 0.60. That's 60 hundredths. Now I have something to compare. It says 0.595 is less than 0.60, and some of you still might be going, well, this looks like 595 and this looks like 60, and I know 595 is bigger than 60, but that's not the way to look at it. What you want to do is box up the place value. So I'm going to box up the first two on both, and I'm going to think money. So I'm going to think, is 59 cents less than 60 cents? And the answer is yes. So the answer for number 1 is true. Yeah, this is smaller than this. Even though it looks bigger because there's three place values, it's not. It's actually smaller. 595 thousandths is not as big as 60 hundredths. Okay.